So I went and saw with Max The Life of Chuck, and I went into this movie. Liz called and said, "Hey, we're gonna go see this." It was originally gonna be Thursday, but I worked till 8, so we decided to go today. And I know nothing about it. Like I have the book If It Bleeds, which is a collection of Stephen King short stories. I've read most of them. Somehow I missed this one, so I went into it only knowing Mike Flanagan, Stephen King, and that's really all you need to know because this movie was heavy. Like I've been just in one of those reflective moods since I left the theater. This is going to be up there with Sinners for me, best movie of the year. I just I had one of those experiences, and it really stuck with me. Mike Flanagan is just really good at adapting this kind of stuff, and I highly recommend it. Like I was telling Mike before the show, Mark Hamill delivers a performance I didn't know that he could do, and Tom Hiddleston is really really good. The um, the first act of the story, I don't want to give too much away, but like I just love the way the whole story was told. It's just really really well done, and like I said, it's been sitting with me since I left the theater, and you don't get those kind of experiences very often. So it's one of those for me. It's really good.
I I liked it. I liked it. I also did. I mean, Liz had read it and she had told me kind of the story, so like I had that sort of like secondhand knowledge of the story, but I've not read the short story. I thought it was solid. It definitely is one of those like go live your life. Like don't leave anything on the table kind of movies. And yeah, I mean, I could see where like where Jason's coming from, where it does get deep. I thought it was okay. Like my wife says it was a great adaptation, so I'm gonna take that as like it was pretty much one for one adaptation, because she cannot stand it when things change. But yeah, it was solid. Definitely great acting. I love Chiwetel Ejiofor. Um, Gillian, what's her name? What's her first name? Catherine,
Karen.
Karen Gilliam.
Karen.
Yeah, does a great job. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston. Actually, I don't feel like he's in it that much. Like the movie's like about his character, and I don't really feel like he's in the movie a lot.
Oh, oh my god, man! I love the beginning of the movie, and towards the end of Act Three, but the first act of the movie, it's he. I kind of caught on to what that first act was, and it's just whenever he would pop up, it was so funny. I found it
Yeah. Oh
hilarious,
yeah.
and there is comedy in this. Mike Flanagan, like a lot of the Stephen King adaptations I've enjoyed over the years, but Mike Flanagan really seems to get Stephen King even more so than maybe Stephen King does, because especially his Stephen King adaptations have always been really well done. Like I know he's doing Carrie next. I'm super kind of excited to see that. Matthew Lillard is going to be in that as well, and he was in this, and
Matthew
he was
Lillard
great
was
in
good
this.
in this. Yeah, he was
Um,
real good.
um, and then he's doing the Dark Tower after Carrie.
That's the one.
I
That's
just
what I'm
hope
waiting on.
while I love all these Stephen King adaptations, I do want Mike Flanagan to continue to make some of his original stuff because Midnight Mass, um, uh, just
The Haunting, Bly
the
Manor,
haunting.
Hill
Yeah.
House.
Oh my God, so good. I'm a big fan of this guy. He hasn't made about anything. Doctor Sleep I thought was great. The one with the lady in the bed, the Stephen King Gerald's Game, I thought was really really good. Hush is a very speaking of underrated movies, a very underrated horror film. It's about a woman who's deaf being like tortured within like trapped in her house and people are outside trying to get in. It's almost like The Strangers in a sense, but yeah, guys, go check this out.
Yeah.
I had one of those life defining moments recently, so maybe that's another like reason this movie sticks with me, because like one moment can change your life, and that's kind of what this movie's about. And going to Monaco was one of those for me, and it's just like this. It's just yeah, I love this movie. It's a four and a
Yeah.
half out of
I'd say
five, maybe five for me, because it's still with me. I'll probably be with me all week.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. I think it runs in at a 3 for me. 3 out of 5. Like everything's good. It is. I don't know. It's a refreshing small movie. if that makes any sense. You know, like,
I agree.
if you just got done, watching, like a Sinners and then, into a Thunderbolts or, something like just a lot of like big movies. This one is a nice, just kind of low chill movie that's done very, very well. I'd say the only other person who does Stephen King this well or better is Darabont. That would be, I mean, yeah, that's everyone else cannot do Stephen King, but
they are pretty much on par.
I think there's arguments for either, so.
I mean, he hasn't made Shawshank, but his other adaptations, they're still pretty good. So
yeah, and this was a lot of fun. This was good.
I have a question about the Hamill of it all.
Yeah.
Does he kind of talk in his regular voice, or is he putting on a gravelly Joker-ish voice?
No,
it's gravelly.
It's not jokery. It's
okay,
but it's a different. It's not really. I don't think it's a voice you've heard.
Okay.
It took me a second to realize it was Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay, good.
I didn't, I didn't know he was in the movie, and then I saw him. I was like, "Is that Mark Hamill?" And then maybe after his third or fourth line,
you're like,
"You can,
okay, I hear
you
him."
can tell." Yeah, but it's not anything that that it was before. So and he does a really, really good job. I really dug Mark Hamill in this one. I thought his character was fun.